What's up, everybody? Should be good. Um, Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat. But we should be good as we are rolling now, and Alabama gets on the board for 6 to make this a 10-7 ball game. We got 12 in the chat, only 1 like. Let's see if we can get some more likes in here. Let's see if we can get a big crowd in here. Get this going. Help us hit our goal of 1,000 subscribers by the end of the NFL draft. We're at 454 right now, so let's keep that rolling. Let's get some more of you guys in here. Let's see here. I'm about to put out a poll. Who's going to win? Got Alabama and Kansas State. There's the poll. Let's get you guys in here voting on this poll. Who you think's going to win this game? We'd love to have that. Kansas State on their return, and that's going nowhere. They're going to get stopped behind the 10-yard line. So that's not a good start there from them. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me check something. I'll be right back. All right, we are back. Let's see if this audio is working. You guys let me know in the chat if you can hear me. All right, we should be good now. I have to do an audio check. We should be good now. So we got a 10-7 ball game, a good game so far. Got 17 of you guys in the chat. We got, see here, we got 6 votes on our poll, all 6 saying Alabama wins. That's who I think's going to win. We got 18 people in here right now. Only 2 likes. So let's see if we can get those likes up. Gained another subscriber up to 450 for a new subscriber, and welcome So yeah, we'll be doing all that. We'll be doing TCU and we'll be doing TCU Michigan at 4 and Georgia Ohio State at 8. So make sure you guys stay tuned for those. All right, we are back. Sorry about that. But we got Alabama driving up past the 50-yard line now at the Kansas State 49, and they're going to take a deep shot, and they've got Burton down to the 1-yard line. A big play there from Bama. They're going to mark him down at the 2. A huge play there from Bryce Young and the Alabama offense. Burton working out of the slot, came across the middle and got wide open. Gets all the way down to the 2-yard line. What a play. As we have now 16 votes on our poll, 81% saying Alabama, 19% saying Kansas State. So we got a big group of Alabama fans in here. It seems like we got 19 viewers, only 6 likes. Let's see if we can get those likes up. We're at 457 subscribers now. Thank you to all of you who are in there. Our bowl season sub count, our goal is 350. We're at 26 so far, so let's keep that going and help me get to 350 subscribers that I wanted during the bowl season. And then we're shooting the overall goal 1,000 by the end of the 2023 draft. As on the 1st and goal, Alabama going to do a play action, little pass out to the tight end, Latu for the touchdown. So Alabama has taken the lead now against Kansas State. They'll go up 13-10 here with the extra point still to come. I think we're going to have a good game here on our hands, one that's going to go back and forth. Although it would be good to see Kansas State really sustain a drive and go down the field and score a touchdown, because their lone touchdown came off of a 88-yard touchdown run. So I would like to see Kansas State sustain a drive and go down the field and score. They haven't done that this game, where they can just put a big drive together and go score. So that'll be something to watch for here. Now Alabama up 14-10. Got 27 people in here watching right now. 7 likes. Hopefully we can get those to go up. Hopefully we can get our subscribers up as well. 457. While we're on that subject, make sure you guys go check out my good friend Chicago Sports Network. He's doing a stream right now as well for this game. We're going to try and stream the playoff games together. Do some sort of thing where we do one half on one person's channel, the other half on the other person's channel. So make sure you guys subscribe to both of us to check those out. We also may be joined by Sorgy Stories. You'll see them in here. Another great channel. Make sure you subscribe to them and check them out as well. As they do a lot of good stuff over there. So yeah, make sure you check them out. Do a lot of good stuff over there. So make sure you guys keep hitting that like button, keep subscribing, and keep voting in our poll. We got 20 votes. Once we get 100 votes in this poll, then we'll put a new one up for some of the other games. But right now we got Alabama leading the way against Kansas State, 80% to 20%. So 80% of y'all think Alabama's going to win this game. I'm with y'all on that one. I think Bama's going to win. But let's keep it going. Let's keep it rolling. Got 21 votes now, 81%. It's another vote for Alabama. Let's hit that subscribe button and keep those subscribers going up as well. We definitely put out some good content over here. We're going to have a lot of mock draft stuff coming out. Still a lot of football stuff coming out. College football is, we're getting closer to a lot of more bowl games. We're going to have both the playoff games today. Then we're going to have all the New Year's Six bowls that are being played on the 2nd. We'll have all of them coming out as well. So make sure you guys subscribe and don't miss any of those, because those are going to be fun. We hope to see a lot of you back in here for those. That'd be great. As looks like they're calling an offside. I'm not sure what they're calling. Oh, he signaled for the fair catch and then dropped it. So once he regained. Okay, offside on Alabama is what the call was. I don't know why they were showing the other stuff. So offside on Alabama on the kick. I don't know why they had to put why they were talking about the muff kick or whatever. It was offsides on Alabama, and they'll have to re-kick now. So Alabama will have to re-kick now from the 30-yard line. There's a little bit of a confusing sequence there. But, yeah, so they'll fair catch the ball, come out to the 25 for Kansas State. And so they'll go with that from the 25-yard line. Let's see here. We got 23 in the chat right now, or 18 in the chat right now. We got 12 likes. Got 24 votes on our poll, 83% saying Alabama. So we have a few Kansas State fans trickling in here. A few people thinking Kansas State's going to win. Get a few of them coming in here. The handoff to Deuce Vaughn on first down, and he's going to get up to about the 27-yard line, a gain of about 2. Cannot let this dude get loose. He's only about 5'8", so he's kind of hard to bring down. Already got 10 carries for 109 yards and a touchdown. Of course, most of those yards coming on his 88-yard touchdown run. But I think they said earlier this was his 21st career 100-yard game. So he's definitely had a big career with Kansas State. And they're going to run it with Will Howard on second down, and he gets outside for a gain of 7, bring up a 3rd and 1. Excuse me, that was Adrian Martinez running that one. I got the numbers mixed up there. But Deuce Vaughn and the right tackle and right guard out blocking for him. They get about 7. They're going to give him the first down, actually. So 1st and 10 now from the 35 for Kansas State. Handoff to Vaughn, running left. Get outside, cut back in, and he's going to get stood up at about the 38-yard line, gain of 3. Bring up about a 2nd and 7 now. So on the 2nd and 7, another handoff to Deuce Vaughn, and he's stopped in the backfield going nowhere. About a 4-yard loss, bring up a 3rd and 11 now. So 3rd and 11 now. Kansas State 3 for 5 on 3rd down so far in this game. We'll see. We'll see what they do here. There's Will Howard back in the game here on a passing down, obviously. Delivers a pass, caught at the sticks, comes
back, and he's going to fight and fall forward for a first down. What a throw, what a play, what a pitch and catch. First down, Kansas State. What a play there. What a play. Martinez is going to run, get it up to about the 50-yard line. Bring up about a 2nd and 6. Howard going to throw a little screen route out to the tight end Warner, and they'll get a first down on the 2nd and 6. There is a flag down. We'll see what this is for. Officials discussing it. This one might be. What's this? Who's this going to be on? Looks like this one's going to be on Kansas State. Yeah. They get it. They get Warner for illegal touching the tight end. So that play won't stand. It'll come back. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. All right, we are back. Got some penalties on Alabama. I believe illegal hand to the face on DJ Dale. Definitely looks like it. Looks like the pass, however, was incomplete. No, he caught that. Oh, yeah, that's a catch. That's a catch. Great catch there from the Kansas State receiver. Way to lay out for that one and kind of bat the ball up to himself. There's he's able to make the grab up near up past midfield, I believe it was. Great catch. Once again, some of you new people, once we get to 100 votes in our poll, we're at 28 right now, then we'll be putting out a new one. So tell me who you got. Let's like this video. Let's get my goal is 100 likes on the video, so let's see if we can get that. Our goal is to get 750 or 1,000 subscribers by the 750 to 1,000 subscribers, be somewhere around there by the end of the 2023 NFL draft. So help us get there. We're at 457 right now. So help us get up more and help us hit our 4,000 watch hours as well. Also, make sure you go check out my good friend Chicago Sports Network. Go check them out. Also check out Sorgy Stories. I'm sure you'll see him popping in here at some point today. So make sure you check him out. He may be joining us on a later stream. We'll have to wait and see, but he may be joining us. So make sure you guys check all that out. So we got 25 people in here. We got a good little crowd. Let's see if we can keep building on this crowd. Got 31 votes now. 84% saying Alabama, 16% saying Kansas State. We are still currently at 457 subscribers. We've got 779 views on our stream so far. So let's keep getting all those up. So 1st and 10 for Kansas State now at the Alabama 40-yard line. I said I wanted to see them go on a drive and put some points on the board, and that's what they're doing. They're going on a drive. Now, they still got to get a touchdown up there, but they're going on a long, sustained drive, driving down the field. 7 plays, 35 yards, 4 minutes so far. Will Howard going to throw, and boy, that could have been intercepted there. That was a dangerous pass there, but falls innocently to the turf. 2nd and 10 now. And Howard's going to be sacked. Loss of about 3 yards on the 2nd and 10. Bring up about a 3rd and 13 now. And that was a read option. I thought he was, watching the replay, that was actually a read option. It looked like a pass live. It looked like a play action pass live, and he just kind of ate it, but it was a read option. So not a sack, but 4-yard loss on the run. Bring up 3rd and 14 now. Bama going to bring some pressure. Howard going to dump it underneath to his tight end Warner, who's going to get close to a first down. He's going to be about half a yard short, it looks like. Bring up 4th and inches. Nick Saban on the field. He's mad about something. Probably his defense letting him run. So it's going to be 4th and 1 for Kansas State here. They're going to run a little quick pass to their wide receiver, and that's going to be a first down for Kansas State. Receiver lost his helmet on the play. Knowles, he's upset. He wanted a flag, I think, for a face mask or something. Yeah, they jerked it off. The Bama player pulled his helmet off while he was out of bounds and by his face mask. But how about Kansas State with 10 first downs to Alabama's 3? They're going to have 1st and 10 at the 25 now. Howard rolling to his left, going to throw deep and near absolutely no one. Looked like he was just kind of throwing that one away. Maybe him and his receiver weren't on the same page. This is not the only game going on right now. As Iowa, Kentucky are also playing each other in a bowl game for the 2nd straight year, and Iowa's up 14-0 on them. Shauna Carpenter in here in the chat. Let us know who you're cheering for. Hit that subscribe button. We're up to 460 now, so we're doing good. Appreciate all you guys' support. And on the 2nd down, Deuce Vaughn going to get about 2 or 3 yards. So that'll bring up about a 3rd and 8 here for Kansas State. You don't want to settle for a field goal after moving the ball down the field like this. Maybe get yourself in a position to go for it on 4th down again, but you're going to have to get a little bit closer to the 15-yard line than where you're at right now. And they're going to hand it off. They're going to get about 4 yards on the play, so it's going to be about 4th and 4. So tough decision here for Kansas State. Yeah, I think you run the ball on that 3rd down. They're going for it, and I think that's why they ran the ball on 3rd down, knowing already that they're going for it if they get to a 4th down, and they do. Can Howard and the Wildcats convert on another 4th down? Fake the handoff to Deuce Vaughn. They've got the tight end. Sent it over the middle, wide open, 1st and goal down to the 5-yard line for Kansas State. So now at the 4-yard line for Kansas State. Can they punch it in? And there's going to be a penalty marker fly before the play. False start on Kansas State, I believe. Yep. False start, number 56. Back them up 5 yards to the 9-yard line. So at the 9-yard line, they hand off to Deuce Vaughn. He's going to lose 2 yards back to the 11. Bring up 2nd and goal. You got to do something else. You can't keep handing the ball off to him against this Alabama defense right here. They're going to have to throw it if they want to pick up this 1st down. We got 37 votes in here, 84% for Alabama, 16% Kansas State here on our poll. Deuce Vaughn motions it out. Will Howard alone in the backfield going to throw. He's got Warner down, still fighting down to the 2. They'll mark him at the 2.5-yard line. Third and goal from the 2.5. The pitch, Devon. He's going to get maybe half a yard down to the 2-yard line. Nothing much there at all. Imagine them, they're going for it here on 4th and goal from the 2. Can Kansas State get a push and get a touchdown? Play fake. Not there. Incomplete pass. Alabama holds. And Alabama will take over with 1 minute and 1 second left from their own 2-yard line. Will Howard just missed his man. Will Anderson fell down. The guy was wide open. Will Anderson fell, and Will Howard just missed his guy. Tough break there for Kansas State, but the defense, I believe Kansas State has all 3 timeouts left. So the defense can get a stop, maybe give them time to try and push for a field goal late in the half. Get a field goal late in the half here. We'll see if they're able to do that. Video, we're aiming for 5,000 views on this one. We're at 923 right now. Got 40 votes in our poll, 85% Alabama, 15% Kansas State. So we're doing pretty good. But we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. I think we're good now. Let me know in the chat if y'all can hear us. We should be good now. But let me know if y'all can hear. We're up to 465 subs now. So that's good. We got a new poll out. Who do y'all think is going to win today, Michigan or TCU? We're getting some votes in on there now. We got Finn. You're good. Carson, you're good. All right. Appreciate you guys helping me out there. Glad y'all can hear us. So we got a good game on our hands. Alabama comes out of the half on fire, go right down the field, score a touchdown, then get a pick and score another touchdown. They're up 35-10 now, extending their lead out to 25 points now over Kansas State. So it's time for Kansas State to get some offense going, get some momentum back, and they need to score big time here on this drive. They really need to go down the field and score. Let's see here. Finn Thornton asked, "How's Will Anderson playing? Do you know?" I saw he's made a few good tackles. I believe he also had a pass breakup. I know on the fourth down fail for Kansas State that he actually slipped and could have given up the touchdown there, but the pass sailed on him. Let me look at the box score. See if he's done anything today. I know he's been playing pretty solid. Let me get his stats if I can find them for you. Let's see here. I think he might have even had a sack as well. Finn says, "I'm a Bears fan, so just checking." Oh yeah, because he's definitely a guy that you guys can get. Make sure you subscribe, Finn, and check out my Bears mock draft. I put it out probably a little over a week and a half ago. And also make sure you check out my buddy Chicago Sports Network. He's a great channel. We do a lot of stuff on our channels together, and he's a big Bears fan, knows a lot about the Bears, so check him out. He's great. We got 57 of you guys in here, so that's great. We got a good little crowd here. We got 17 votes, 18 so far on our poll. 83% saying Michigan is going to beat TCU. Saying TCU is going to beat Michigan's going to beat TCU. I agree with that. I think it's going to be Michigan, and then, gosh, who knows with this Georgia-Ohio State game. I really don't know who's going to win that one. Just subscribe there. We'll check out that video. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate your support for both of our channels, and look forward to seeing you around more often as well. And Deuce Vaughn is going backwards, and they're going to tackle him all the way back at about the 18-yard line. I don't know what he was trying to do, running backwards like that. Gosh, what was he thinking? Got it, and then he just continues to run backwards. Great play by the Alabama defense, though, on that one. Great play from them to limit that play to nothing, as Deuce Vaughn seems to be hurt on the play. We'll see what's going on. See what's going on there. Kansas State going to run ahead with Giddens for about 7 yards on the play. We got Brock in the chat saying Bryce Young is amazing. Oh yeah, he is. I was a little curious coming into this game how he was going to play. Just with him choosing to play and not opting out, how he would play if he was going to give it his all, or if he was going to be one of those guys that plays, but just trying not to get hurt. But no, he's been playing great. He's been playing. And I was also a little concerned whenever he started the game out. I believe it was like 0 for 4, 0 for 5, something like that, and was just missing badly. I was a little worried about him, but he's bounced back and he's looked great. So far, 12 of 17, 248, and 4 touchdowns. He's playing great. So we are at 466 subscribers. Let's try and hit 500 by the end of this game. Let's see if we can do that. This stream so far has 2.3 thousand views. Our goal was 5,000 views, so we're almost halfway there to our goal. Let's see if we can get there and hit that. We got 20 votes on this poll. We got 55 people currently in the chat, only 16 likes. Let's see if we can get those likes up. Let's get some more likes, and let's get some more votes on this poll. Let me know who you think is going to win between Michigan and TCU. We love to interact with all of our viewers over here on our channel. We try to read every comment. We got 21 votes now, 17 likes. Thank you to whoever just did that. See if we can hit 500 subs by the end of this stream, and then hopefully we can hit 750 between the two playoff games tonight. And the games on Monday, between those 4 games, I think it would be. Yeah, 4 games, because you got the Cotton Bowl and Rose Bowl on Monday. Between those 4 games, hopefully we can get to 750 if we can hit 500 today. So help me get there. I know there's got to be some of you in the chat that have not subscribed, so make sure you subscribe. We just jumped up to 67 viewers. Let's keep getting these views up. Let's keep getting these people in here. Comment your thoughts on the game so far. Go check out Chicago Sports Network and Sorgy Stories. Both of those guys put out great content over there, and they have great channels. Help Sorgy Stories get the 4,000 watch hours needed for monetization. They're already over 1,000 subscribers. They just need the watch hours, and help me and Chicago Sports Network get our subscribers and get our watch hours, and be able to monetize it and bring you guys even better content. We got the 2 playoff games coming up tonight. Then we have the Cotton Bowl and the Rose Bowl stream coming up to close out the college football season. And the national championship, of course, we'll have that one. And then we going right into NFL playoffs, NFL draft. We're getting those. We'll be doing some MLB stuff, some NBA playoff stuff. So we cover it all here, but primarily focus on college football and NFL. Me and Reichley over at Chicago Sports Network, we're in a mock draft competition. We're in a mock draft competition on the Huddle Report. We compete against guys like Mel Kiper and Todd McShay over there, so we're pretty knowledgeable when it comes to the draft, and we'll be putting out a lot of mock draft stuff. We got 2 red, 1 blonde, 1983 saying, with the sheer destruction Bama showing to Kansas State, it reflects why TCU was highly overranked. I agree. I think TCU was overranked. I think they're going to have a tough time competing with Michigan. I just think Michigan is just too powerful and too dominant for them. I think TCU was more of a team, needs to be ranked kind of where USC is ranked right now, kind of 10 or whatever. But, hey, they did what they needed to do to get the ranking that they got. Obviously, if they don't deserve to belong, then they'll prove that tonight. But if they do belong, they'll prove that tonight as well. So we'll just have to wait and see how the game goes with them. But they had a great season. But yeah, I agree with you. I do believe that I don't believe that the 4 best teams this season are the 4 teams in the playoff. I'll say that. I feel like a Tennessee team that is healthy is better than TCU. I feel like this Alabama team is better than TCU. I'm trying to think. Obviously, Ohio State, they're in the team and they're in it. So I think there's some teams that is in there that could have been in there ahead of TCU. But hey, like I said, TCU did what they needed to do to be able to get in there by winning out. Other than the title game, and they kept it close, losing in overtime. So they did everything they needed to do to get in, and you got to give them credit for that. If Michigan establishes their run game in the first quarter, it's going to be a blowout. Oh yeah, for sure. I think if Michigan gets the run game going early, I think that game personally is going to end up being a lot like the Georgia Notre Dame game. I mean, not Notre Dame, the Georgia Michigan game from yesterday. I mean, not yesterday, last year. Gosh, what is wrong with me? I'm trying to watch this game, and I don't know what's going on in my head. But I think if Michigan establishes the run game, it's going to turn out like the Georgia-Michigan playoff game did last year, just in Michigan's favor this time instead of against them. Vlone comes back. So I just came back and the score is already a blowout. Yes, Alabama came out of the gate strong in the second half. They were up 11 going into halftime. They went down the field 98 yards in like 50 seconds to score right before halftime, go up 21-10. And they get the ball to start the second half, go right down the field and score. Kansas State throws a pick on like the second or first play of their next drive, and Bama scores the very next play. So we got 112 in here. We're getting some new subscribers. Thank you, Tina, for the subscription. We are up to 467 now. We're trying to hit our goal of 500 by the end of this game. So help us get there. We got 30 votes in our poll so far. Let's keep getting more votes in there. 82% people say Michigan is going to beat TCU, but we got 116 viewing. I know you guys are not subscribed, so make sure the ones who aren't do subscribe. We got 19 likes. Make sure you guys get some more likes in here and keep this thing rolling. Wesley says, Roll Tide SEC. Yeah, Alabama's rolling right now, and I know they're having to punt, but they've come out strong, and especially defensively. And I thought the ball came out there for a second, but Kansas State guy gets smashed at the end of the punt, and they'll take over from about the 38, I believe, is where it was at. But yeah, this game quickly got out of hand for Kansas State. Alabama just started stomping them and whipping up on them, and Deuce Vaughn still being treated over there. They're putting his shoe back on, so I would assume an ankle injury or something to him as he's coming to get his no, he's running it out now. So without him, I think that's even worse. Even worse. We got Evandro saying Alabama. Then we got 2 red, 1 blonde in here saying, question, why are all these mock game predictions have Ohio State beating Georgia? Is it more related to bias over stats? I think so. I think it is. I think there's a lot of just Ohio State bias in the media as opposed to there is Georgia bias. Personally, I think Georgia's going to win, but I think it's going to be a close game. But I do think it is some bias why they have Ohio State. Now, some people have legitimate reasons why, but a lot of the people can't even explain really why they think Ohio State's going to win. But I think Georgia's going to win the game. I just think they're a more dominant team. I think that Georgia's defense is better prepared to stop Ohio State's offense, and Ohio State's defense is more prepared to stop Georgia's offense, if that makes any sense. I think Georgia has the better weapons in the game, and they definitely have the better defense, and I think they're going to be able to establish the run game and just dominate and control the game against them. So up to 468 subscribers is a big play for Kansas State all the way down to the 16-yard line of Alabama. We're up to 468. Let's get to 500 before the end of this game. We got Cody in here saying, who do you think is going to win it all? Personally, I think Georgia's going to win it all. But if not Georgia, then I would say Ohio State, because I think it's going to be whoever wins that Georgia-Ohio State game is going to win it all. I feel like those two are gonna, whoever wins that one is gonna be the one that wins the game, because I think they're both. I think Georgia's better than Michigan, and I think we've seen it over and over and over, except for Utah. Utah does not count in this statement, but it's so hard to beat a good team twice. Obviously, Utah has done it back-to-back years with Oregon last year and USC this year, destroying them. Oregon and then destroying USC in the championship game, but we've seen it over and over. It is hard to beat the same good team twice in the same season. So I would pick Ohio State to beat Michigan if it got to that. I would also pick Georgia to beat Michigan if it got to that, because I feel like both these teams are very similar to last year. And I feel like Georgia is going to be able to just dominate them like they did last year. Wesley Bullock says he thinks that Georgia is going to win it all again. I agree. 2 Red, 1 Blonde, 1983 says, I don't even like Georgia, but I think they'll stuff OSU to be only an air attempt game, and as such will drive the game by owning the clock. I agree. I think they're going to make Ohio State one-dimensional, and I think that's what's going to win them the game, is just by forcing Ohio State to be one-dimensional and causing them to have no run game and making them throw the ball. Cody says, what would be the best final game, do you think? I really think Ohio State-Michigan would be the best in final game. You have the rivalry, you have the rematch, the redemption for Ryan Day, national championship on the line. It just matches up perfectly, and I think that would be the closest game if they were to play. I think that would be the closest matchup possible. That would be, it would be a great game. I would love to see Ohio State, Michigan. I know I am a Clemson fan, but I do want Georgia to win the national championship this year. But if not Georgia, then I would love to see Ohio State and Michigan. As the 3rd and 12 there for Kansas State, they overthrow Deuce on a little slip route, but there is a flag. Then we'll see what that's about. Oh, you're an NC State fan. Nice. Yeah, I'm a Clemson fan, so we got the ACC connection. Love Big Ten football. I do like watching some Big Ten football as well. So they're going to get Alabama offsides, so that'll make it – looks like they got Will Anderson there offsides. So that'll be 3rd and 5 now for Kansas State. They need a touchdown here bad. Wesley said Ohio State as well as Michigan. That being said, from a Tennessee fanboy, I love the SEC. Yeah, that was a good win for Tennessee last night. They beat my Tigers, but great game. I think both teams have a very bright future ahead of them. Kansas State throwing a 50-50 ball up in the end zone, and the Kansas State receiver not able to come down with the one-handed catch. Kool-Aid McKinstry on the coverage. Nice play from him. And so they they're going to kick the field goal. I would think they would go for it here. Down 25 points. A field goal doesn't really help you much. We'll see if they fake it. Nope, they're going to kick it. Kicks up, and it's good. So 35-13, Kansas State gets on the board for the first time here in the second half. So we'll see if they can kind of come back a little bit, get a stop defensively, and make this a game, or if Alabama's just going to keep the pedal to the metal and just keep blowing them out. But we're up to, let's see here, it's catching back up. Let's see here, we're up to 50 votes. Michigan 76% to win. We got 102 viewers in here, only 20 likes. Let's see if we can hit my goal of 75 likes in here. Let's also see if we can get to 500 subs. All right, we're 32 away. at 468, at least the last I saw. I'm trying to get it to upload or to reload and update for me real quick. So I can give you the live number. We may be well ahead of that. It's loading here. We've got 100 viewers in here. See if we can get up to a 75 likes and 500 subs. Jeff Roy in here. We got a Bama fan. 2 Red, 1 Blonde, 1983 says, I think I'm rooting for Michigan to win it all, only because I'm impressed with what they've pulled off this year. And Georgia fans have been acting like they have been doing this for years. Yeah, Georgia fans have been annoying. But I really don't care who wins it, to be honest. I'll be pulling for Georgia, but I really don't care who wins it, to be honest. Wesley says the Tide is rolling. Yeah, they are. They're just dominate this game in every fashion against Kansas State. Wesley says Georgia's acting like the defending national champions. They are, but living in Clemson, close to Georgia, there's a lot of them that act like they've been doing this for years, they're like 2 Red, 1 Blonde just said, they're acting like they're the only national champions ever to exist. A lot of them here are. Jeff says, as a Bama fan, I want to pull for Georgia, but their fans are crazy. Wesley, get back at him low, and Alabama fans aren't crazy. I think both fan bases are pretty crazy. I think more Georgia than Alabama because, Alabama's at least won it. Like 7 times under Saban, as opposed to just 1 time in the last 40 years that Georgia's at. Toulon Boxer says, but Bama has been doing it for years. Yeah, exactly. They're annoying, but they have a reason to be annoying. They've won it like 7 times under Saban, whereas Georgia's won it 1 time in 40 years. Vincent says, so this is the Big 12 champs, and Alabama's making them look average. Yep, and Texas and Oklahoma, who think they belong in the SEC, who couldn't even make this conference championship or beat either one or beat Kansas State, they think they're ready for the SEC and think they'll be ready by 2024. So that'll be fun to watch them get killed every single game, every single week in the SEC. Except, of course, whenever they play like Vanderbilt, Missouri, and a lot of the trash teams. But whenever they play any of the good teams in the SEC, like Bama and Georgia, then they will be embarrassed. And Tennessee this year, for what I think will keep going, Tennessee. Wesley says, the Tennessee Volunteers are pretty crazy fans. They are. I mean, you got to be crazy to carry the whole freaking field goal post out the stadium with you and throw it in the river. Got to be pretty crazy fans to do that. But, hey, that's what makes college football fun, is all the crazy fan bases, all the annoying fan bases. That's what makes college football what it is. Toulon Boxer says, I feel like Hendon Hooker was a once-in-a-blue-moon dude. He was definitely a special guy. The way that he could throw it that much and, that very accurate, extremely accurate and smart with the football, didn't turn the ball over. He's definitely a special guy, special player. Jeff says every time a team beats Bama, they storm the field. That's when you know you've made it. is whenever teams storm the field every time they beat you. That's when you know you've made it as a program. Is when they storm the field when they beat you. Wesley says Tennessee has one of the strong in recruiting classes in the nation and an outstanding coach. Tennessee definitely got a really good quarterback, Lil Matela or whatever his name is. I can't pronounce his name, but he's a pretty good quarterback. Definitely needs a little bit of development, but sit behind Milton for a year, and I think he'll be just good. I think he'll be great. Josh Heupel, great coach. Only thing I'm still waiting to see with him though is just the discipline, because he's not a very good coach at teaching discipline. And typically his teams have a good bit of penalties, which can cost you whenever you play some of these good teams. Penalties can cost you the games in some instances. Bryce Young, heavy blitzed, and Kansas State going to get him down for the sack. Vincent said, they said I was crazy when I stated that Deion should build Colorado like an SEC team if wanting to compete in the playoffs. I mean, he should. If he builds it like the other Pac-12 teams, then the same thing that happens to all those other Pac-12 teams is going to happen to him. And the same thing with the Big 12. Same thing with the rest of them. They just get blown out because they're not built to be able to compete with teams like this that are just dominant forces. They're not built to compete and stick around with those kind of teams. Do you live near Clemson? We just moved from Raleigh area. We're only an hour and a half from the stadium. Yeah, so I actually live about 15 minutes from the stadium from Clemson. So definitely blessed to be that close to them, for sure. Toulon Boxer says, what happened to Florida State? Man, they fell off so hard after Jimbo left them, but they're coming back now. They had a 10-win season this year, I believe. They went 9-3 this year, then winning their bowl game. So 10-win season. So they're looking back on track. They're recruiting pretty well. And so I expect Florida State to be a solid team. Paul says, have you noticed that all of these winning teams used to work for Saban? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of them out there that, that they've done great and they used to work for Saban. There's definitely a lot of top head coaches out there that used to work for him. I wouldn't say all of them or even close to all of them, but there is a lot of them for sure. We stay right at the North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Georgia border, so it's pretty cool. We got a bunch of nice football teams near us. Oh yeah, for sure. You got Georgia, Clemson, North Carolina, NC State, Tennessee. You got a bunch of good teams. Wesley says Saban is the GOAT. I agree. He definitely is. Jeff, I also pull for Clemson. I like Dabo. Yeah, Dabo's a good guy. Good guy a good likable guy. Dabo played for Bama. He did. Yep, walk-on wide receiver. Walk-on wide receiver with him. Believe won the '92 national championship with him. So yeah, he's a good guy, good likable guy. We're up to 471 now. Let's see if we can keep going and get more in here. See if we can hit my goal of 500 by the end of this game. Got 84 people in here right now. Got 20 likes. Let's see if we can get, or 26 likes. Let's see if we can get more than that and hit my goal of 75. We got 57 votes on our poll. 77% saying Michigan wins, 23% saying TCU wins. So we'll see. I think that's going to be a fun, exciting game. as Kansas State faced with a 3rd and 16 now from their own 27. Howard gonna throw it, got a man, but can't complete the catch. Man, and he's gonna drop it. So 4th and 16 for Kansas State. They'll have to punt. Got another subscriber now. We're up to 472. Let's keep it rolling, and let's see if we can hit 500 by the end of this game. Appreciate all of you guys watching. If you have a channel, make sure you let me know in the chat. Make sure you put it in the chat and let me know, and I'll be sure to subscribe to you and put you up on the screen so everybody else can go subscribe as well. Since you're a Clemson fan, how do you feel about Deshaun Watson after everything that's happened? I'm still a Deshaun Watson fan. He brought us the national championship. I was at that game. It was great. I personally don't think he really did. I don't think he did anything against the law. Obviously, because that's why nobody ever tried to press charges on him, and they just wanted money out of him. I think everything that happened between that was all consensual. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on that. We got Eugene in here, Boomer Sooner, OU rolling. They are. I think Brent Venables will have your program in a good spot. I think finished or right now currently like number 5 recruiting, so he's been recruiting well. He's getting his guys in. Rough year, but it was a rough year, but you can't really look into it too much. Half of his team, pretty much any player that was good, all left and went to USC. So I think that he's got a good thing going there with Oklahoma, and I think he'll be back in contention pretty soon. I do think if you move to the SEC that'll be a lot harder, obviously, to get back to where you were. But still possible. I think you got the right guy leading you. That's for sure. And Bama has it now 2nd and 7 from the Kansas State 48. And they'll get just back to the line of scrimmages. We get 2 more subscribers. Thank you to y'all for subscribing to us. Jeff says, as a Bama fan, I don't like Auburn, but what do you think, that they compete with Bama and Georgia again? I think they can. I think they definitely can. I think that they got a good guy leading them in Hugh Freeze. Obviously, as long as he stays out of trouble. But I think Hugh Freeze will be good. As a big play from Alabama, Prentice breaking tackles and gonna score a touchdown. So Alabama just running away with it now. But yeah, I think that give them a few years and they'll be back at an 8-4 team, something like that. A team that can compete and push Bama. I agree. Like I said, I'm an NC State fan, and Russell Wilson is my favorite player, and he's always getting hate. So I understand sticking by your boy. Yeah, Russell Wilson's got a lot of hate this year. And rightfully so. He hasn't played well. I still think he's a good quarterback, and I still think that he is going to be the right guy for Denver, but I think that he's just, I don't know what was going on this year with him. Thank you, Wesley, for subscribing. We're up to 475. We're 25 away from our goal. Let's get there before the end of this game. We still got a whole quarter left to go, so let's get there. We got 31 likes, 106 people in here, or 95 people now, 31 likes. But let's get 75 likes in here if we can. We got 61 votes on our poll. Michigan leads the way at 77% to win today. TCU 23%. We'll go ahead and end that poll, and we'll put a new one out. See who y'all think wins between Georgia and Ohio State. Let's see Aga LSU. So go ahead and vote on that one. Let me know who you guys will think will win that one. Let me know who you think will win that one. Let's get back to some comments here. Thanks again for the subscription, Wesley. I really appreciate it. He's never had an O-line. Yeah, he hasn't had an O-line since they made that big run to the Super Bowl. He's never really had an O-line. But you got a great quarterback will find ways to make plays, and that's what he's gonna have to do. He's gonna have to find a way to keep making plays and stuff. JT Baby says Russ just needed to be humbled and understand it's a team sport. I agree. It was a bad look just from, I believe it was the preseason. Might have been early on in the week, but and like week 1 or week 2. But whenever he showed up to the game wearing his own jersey, like people just don't do that, Just seemed he definitely needed to be humbled, and I think this year definitely has humbled him. But I expect him to have a good bounce back year next year. Oh yeah, Bama's killing it. They're killing it for sure. Oh yeah, Bama's killing it. 42-13, just absolutely destroying Kansas State right now. Beating them by 29. This game pretty much over, but Kansas State they still got some time to get back in it and make things interesting. We got 8 votes in the poll now. 62% Ohio State, 38% Georgia. Next year, he will shake back. I think so. But to do what he did in Seattle was enough to put him in the Hall of Fame in my eyes. I agree. I think he needs to get his stats up a little bit more. I think his stats need to come up a little bit more. But I think with the Super Bowls and all that stuff, he's got all that out of the way. But like I said, get his stats up a little bit more. Understand with Watson. Oh yeah, Watson. Good gosh, his offensive line was awful. His offensive line was terrible. They had Laramie Tunsil, but that's it. That's all they had. And their receivers were terrible, and he was still leading the league in passing yards his last season. The last year that he played, he had a terrible offensive line. His best receiver was washed up Brandon Cooks and Randall Cobb, and he still led the league in passing yards, which is just incredible. Absolutely incredible. Jeff says in Kansas State beat TCU, which is in the playoffs. Lol, go figure. Yeah, we were kind of talking about it earlier, with these guys, but with I forget who it was. We were talking in the chat about it. I don't think TCU is the third best team in the country, but I do think that they did what they needed to do to be in that spot to compete for a national championship. They went undefeated in the regular season, and they came up short in overtime. They kept it close in the conference championship. They didn't get blown out. They did what they needed to do going undefeated. And, there's been a lot of teams this year unable to do it. For example, my team, Clemson, all they had to do was beat South Carolina. They weren't able to do it. They missed the playoff. Alabama, all they needed to do was just beat LSU, and they're in. Weren't able to do it. Because I feel like a 2-loss Bama, if the second loss came in the SEC championship with Ohio State, have lost to Michigan, I think Bama would have been in at the 4 spot. So, I think that there was, there's a lot of teams not able to navigate their schedule and do what they needed to do. TCU was able to do it, and you got to give them respect, and they'll prove tonight whether or not they were worthy or not to be in the playoff or not. That is the one thing I like about putting them in. I mean, instead of all of us just sitting here saying they're not worthy, put them in. Let them go prove it. Let them prove it. And show if they're worthy or not. 2 to 3 years ago, he was second MVP with a horrible Seattle defense and O-line. I think with the right coach, he'll bounce back next year. I do too. I don't think that I'm also a Packers fan in the NFL, Packers and Jaguars, but I don't think Nathaniel Hackett was a good coach for the Broncos. I don't think he was I don't think he was very good fit in there. I just don't think he makes a good head coach. But let's see here. Jeff says, I think Bama or Tennessee should have made it, but we should have beaten Tennessee or LSU. Yeah, I mean, Bama, I don't know if a 2-loss Bama should have gotten in over Ohio State. I think they're better, but I think that Ohio State, it's not just also comparing the teams head-to-head, too. When it comes to deciding who goes, you gotta also think about what some of these teams, like, think about it. Ohio State lost one game all season long with their best receiver, a guy who was going to be the top receiver in the draft, out all season long. And they still only lost one game. I know they got beat at home by Michigan pretty bad. But you got to give them some credit. He was only there because he thought Rodgers was coming. 100%. 100%. He thought Rodgers was going to Denver, and he thought he was going to have his guy. But he didn't. And, it'd be interesting to see if he gets back in the mix with stuff with Green Bay. Green Bay needs, if they win out, I believe they'll be in the playoff. They just got to win out. So yeah, I think that Rodgers is gonna have a good shot here. Actually, when Rodgers got a new coach, he had a year like Russell did this year, but bounced back the next. Yeah, he wasn't quite as bad as Russell was this year, but he definitely stepped down a significant margin, and his play dropped off significantly that next year, but he bounced back great the next year. There's always stuff to work out with. The problem for Russ, though, is that he had a new coach this year, but he's going to have a new coach next year too. So it's not like he gets a new coach year to get used to him, then you're comfortable with him the next year. He's going to have 2 new coaches back-to-back years. Corey says, best teams, not best record. To a certain degree, though. To a certain degree, because TCU, like I said, TCU went 12-1. You're not gonna put Bama in over them, even though obviously Bama probably would beat them. You're not going to put Bama in over them because TCU did what they needed to do to deserve to be in the playoff. Alabama did not do what they needed to do to deserve to be in the playoff, as they lost to Tennessee and LSU and failed to even make it to their conference championship. So I think it's very gray area. It's not very black and white when it comes to that. There's a lot of stuff that goes into account on who deserves to be in the playoff. But we're in the fourth quarter now, 475 subscribers. Let's get 25 more and hit my goal of 500 by the end of this game. Getting the votes in on our poll. We got 25 votes so far. 52% say Georgia, 48% say Ohio State. So this has definitely been the closest one. We got 107 viewers in here. I know all of you guys are not subscribed, so make sure you subscribe. Help us get to 500. Everybody hasn't liked the video yet, I know that, so let's get this video to 75 likes. If you're enjoying it, make sure you definitely hit that like button. As a nice run there from Gibbs, but I think they're going to get maybe a face mask on Kansas State or something. No, I think maybe a penalty on the receiver blocking for Bama. But yeah, how many teams do you think the college football playoff should have? Personally, I think it should have 12 teams. Because it helps level out the playing field. Because yeah, people are gonna say, I know there's gonna be somebody that's gonna say, well, Georgia would kill the number 12 team in the country. But that's because the way that college football is set up right now, it's not equally fair to all these teams. So think about it, if you're a top recruit and 12 teams are making the playoff, then you're more likely to go to a team, to some of these teams that are in the top 12. There's going to be more spreading out of top players because what's every player want to do? They want to win a national championship. They want to compete for a national championship. So when more teams can compete, then more teams are going to be recruiting the top players. And so I think by spreading it out to 12, eventually you get it. You wait a couple years, give it 5 to 10 years, and it's all going to be a lot more leveled out and a lot more equal throughout the top teams. So the second 7 for Bama, they run it left and get nothing stopped at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on the play there. Make sure you guys stay tuned because coming up at 4 o'clock, we're going to be having TCU Michigan stream. We're also going to be having later tonight Georgia and Ohio State. Chicago Sports Network gets in here and says, great channel. Make sure you subscribe. This is my good buddy, Chicago Sports Network. You guys go check him out. I believe he's streaming this game and both of the other games too. So go check him out, like his videos, subscribe to him, and help him hit his goal. I believe he's 700. His goal is 750 by the end of January. So help him hit that. Help me get mine of 500. We're seeing if we can hit 500 by the end of this video. I know it's a stretch, but let's see if we can get there. We're at 476 right now. So let's see if we can keep going and getting there. Our goal for views on the video was 5,000. We're at 4,300 right now. So we're looking good. Let's see if we can hit our goals. Also had a goal of 75 likes. We're at 36. So let's see if we can keep going and hit our goals. Is Bama going to kick a 49-yard field goal? And they got it. So it's 45-13 now. As they're up by 32 points. I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back in just a second. Don't go anywhere. We are back. I had to use the bathroom real quick. Michael says, "Go Kansas State." Yeah, I was cheering for Kansas State, but I kind of figured Alabama would win. But hey, still a great season for Kansas State. They had a better season than most people expected out of them. They'll finish at 10-4, but Big 12 champs, and that's a great season for them. Pokemon Master says, "Dang, they getting killed." Oh yeah, Bama has put it on them here in the second half. It was 21-10 at halftime, and it's 45-13 now. So, I mean, Kansas State just let the game get away from them. I just let them get away from them. So we got a big game coming up next here between Michigan and TCU. We'll get to that one in a minute. As soon as this one's over, we'll take a quick break, and then we'll probably be right into that one. But make sure you guys help us reach our goal of 500 subs by the end of the quarter, or of the end, I guess, into the quarter, but the end of this game. Help me reach 500 subs. We got 37 votes on our Peach Bowl poll. 59% saying Georgia wins, 41% saying Ohio State wins. We got 103 viewers in here. Help us get the 75 likes on this stream. We got 4,472 views. Let's see, we're at 476 subscribers, 24 away. There's got to be some of you in here who haven't subscribed yet, so make sure you subscribe and help us get those 24 we need to hit our goal. Pokemon Master says, "Go Big Blue and go Dogs." I'm with you. I think that's who wins both of those games. But I do think seeing Ohio State and Michigan playing, rematching in the national championship would be very fun. But also Georgia and Michigan rematching would be a good one as well, because rematching from the playoffs last year, I think that'd be a fun game, as well as Will Howard's going to be sacked back at his 15. Greatest college quarterback ever. To me, it's no question Johnny Football. That's hard to say. There's been a ton of great college quarterbacks over the years. I don't think Johnny Manziel's the greatest college quarterback ever. I think he was a really good one, but I wouldn't say he was the greatest ever. Two Red, One Blonde says, "Put a fork in her. State's done." They've been done for a while. They've been done since 3 possessions into the second half, when they were down 35-10 after throwing a pick and giving up a touchdown. So, but yeah, good season for Kansas State, though. Good one for Bama as well. Obviously, Bama, not what they would have liked. Would have liked to have been in the national championship, but still a good season from them, as Kansas State on the 3rd and 13 gets about an 8-yard pass. Will Howard starting to limp a little bit. He's taking some big hits. He's taking some big hits, and they're on punt. Just punt. Keep the score where it is. Don't make it look any worse. But good effort from Kansas State today. Just not enough. Pokemon Master says, "I'm a fan of both Michigan and Georgia." Gotcha. So you would love to see Michigan and Georgia in the national championship. You win either way. You win either way in that one. If TCU gets blown out, the committee will have zero credibility come next year. I agree. And like I've been saying all day, I agree with you. I don't think TCU is gonna put up much of a fight, but let them prove that. Let's not sit here and just think what we think is gonna happen, because look, Cincinnati played a lot better than people thought they would last year against Alabama. They didn't win the game, and they lost like 24-10 or something like that. But they played a lot better than a lot of people thought they were going to. So if TCU don't belong, that's fine. Let them prove that they don't belong. Let's not decide that for them. Let's let them show us that they don't belong. like Oklahoma has done over the years in the college football playoff for us, as they proved to be a great example. So yeah, I see we got a bunch of new people hopping in. Help me reach 1,000 subs by the end of the 2023 NFL Draft. Help me reach my goal of 500 by the end of this game. We were at 477. Make sure you're voting in our poll, and telling us who you think will win the Peach Bowl. We got 42 votes, 60-40 split here between 60% for Georgia, 40% Ohio State. But we got 116 of you in here. Just need 23 more of you to subscribe. I know not all of you are subscribed, so make sure you subscribe if you are enjoying it. Sorgy Stories coming in said, good afternoon. Sorry that I'm late. Just finished a video shoot in the Old City, Philadelphia. Yes, make sure you guys go check out them. No worries about being late. Missed you in the chat, but make sure that you check them out. They are a great channel over there. They do great content. And yeah, just check them out, sub them up, help them get those 4,000 watch hours they need. Great channel, great family. I'll be in between you and TSN's chats. Lol. Okay, no worries. Yeah, just make sure you're keeping everybody straight in here. I know Reichley's had some trouble with some of the fake accounts over there, so he might need some help over there. He might need some help. Dogs win Peach Bowl and SEC National Championship. I think so, yeah. I think Dogs win the Peach Bowl and the National Championship. Let's see. I think the committee even placed the four in the wrong order. Georgia should be getting the weakest team, which is TCU. I think so, but I also think, too, that they also do some of them based off matchups. And I think they would have liked to have had I think they did that because they want the possibility of a Michigan-Ohio State national championship as opposed to a semifinal game. And in Georgia, Ohio State is going to be a much better matchup than TCU Michigan. Pokemon Master says he's going back and forth too. Yeah, CSN is almost hit 700. We're trying to hit 500 here. We're at 478 right now. But yeah, he's done great. I made the mistake of starting the stream after the game. So our views they've started picking up significantly here in the second half. The first half we were sitting around 20, but we've been sitting over 100 here in the second half, and we just jumped up to 156. All you new folks, help me reach 500 subs. Help me reach 500 subs, and by the end of this game, and then stick around as we got much more coming afterwards with the two playoff games coming up. So make sure you guys check those out, and subscribe and stick around so you don't miss any of them. Sorgy says he hit 700. Wow. So congrats to him on hitting 700. He's got a great channel over there. He's been doing this for a while, about a year longer than me. He was pretty mad last year. I passed him during the bowl season in subscribers. I passed him, but he came back and passed me back. Jeff says TCU did not move down after they lost to Kansas State. They didn't, but I think that's fair because I don't think Ohio State should have jumped them when Ohio State didn't even play, didn't even have to play or anything. I think TCU staying where they were at was a good call by the committee. Hope you get both of your sub goals. Appreciate it, Pokemon Master. Appreciate it. I got him with an alt account. I'm already subbed to you on it. Oh, nice. Getting CSN to the big 700. He's getting close to 1,000 and being able to monetize. These bowl games have been great for us, and getting a lot of you guys in here, and we appreciate every single one of you. We got 145 people in here. I know you all can't be subscribed, so let's keep getting some more. We need 22 more to hit 500 by the end of this game. That's kind of the goal. I know it's a bit of a stretch, but we can do it. We can do it. We just need 22 more of you guys to subscribe. Quick check on our poll. We got 51 votes in here. 51 votes. I'll go 63% chance to win. 37% from Ohio State is what everybody is saying. Bama should be there instead of TCU, in my opinion. I think Bama's the better team than TCU, but I think TCU did everything they needed to do to be able to get in. I think that Bama is the better team, but TCU proved themselves worthy of a shot in the playoff. Now we'll see if they really deserve to be in there, and they'll prove themselves tonight. But I think the TCU was able to navigate their schedule and do everything they need to do, put themselves in the position to be in the playoff, and Alabama didn't. So I think that TCU rightfully got in over Bama. So poll complete. We had 51 votes. 62% said Georgia would win. 37% said Ohio State would win. I feel bad for BYU that just lost a redshirt freshman. Yeah, that was terrible news to hear. Their offensive tackle passing away after a construction incident, I believe it was. A building collapsed or something like that. Terrible news to hear from them, and prayers obviously with his family and friends in the BYU football team. Terrible news to hear. Especially, when around the holiday times, tough time to be losing. I know it's tough to lose somebody anytime, but tough time for them to lose him. And once again, prayers with his family. We're up to 480 subscribers now, so we need 20 more to hit our goal. We need 20 more, and we've got 148 people in here. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, get us to 75 likes, get us to 500 subscribers, and help us reach our goal of 500 subscribers by the end of this game. We would greatly appreciate that, and we appreciate all of you guys. We appreciate all of you guys in here, and we just lost one. We're going in the wrong direction. We'll bounce back. We'll hit 500. Yes, very, very sad. Very sad. Hate that for them. A 13-man playoffs committee of mostly ADs should have had an 18 playoff this year. I agree. But I'm just glad they're expanding it. I was wondering how long it would take. I'm glad it'll be expanding soon, but I agree. I think when you have 131 teams, but only 4 teams can make your playoff, that's kind of dumb. So I like it. Keep those subs coming, folks. Oh, yeah, keep the subs coming. Keep them rolling in. Let's see if we can hit 500. It'd be cool if they did add more to the playoffs. I agree, and I think it's going to be fun once they start having the playoff games on campus, because I think the campus and the crowds and the atmosphere is one of the main things that makes college football different from the NFL, and is just the atmospheres around it. And so I think that'd be really good if they did. Up to 44 likes, up to 481 subs now. Let's keep it going. We got 19 more. We got 6 minutes and 17 seconds left of game time left. We need 19 more subscribers. Let's keep them coming. We've already hit our goal for views on this. We've already hit our subs on one. Or we already hit our views. Now we just need to hit our subs and our likes. We need 30 more likes, 19 more subscribers. I'm going to put, let's see here. I'm mod in one. Let me go ahead and make you mod in both, Pokemon Master. Give me a second here. Pokemon Master, now moderator here on Stat Sheet Sports. Roll Tide, everybody. The Tide definitely have rolled today, Jeff. We appreciate you having you in here. Okay, I'm going to put you on mute while I watch Marquette Nova. Okay, go Marquette. Hashtag we are Marquette. Marquette got a good basketball program there. Should put them in the playoff. What a joke. Alabama playing K-State. Like we've been talking about, Alabama. I think Alabama should have been in over Ohio State. I do think that, but not over TCU, just because, like we've talked about, TCU found a way to put themselves in position, whereas Alabama didn't. But I agree. I do think that that they probably should have been in over Ohio State. Probably should have got in over Ohio State. Is Kansas State going to run it here on first down, and they got a big run now? Where was this earlier in the game when it actually mattered? Pokemon Master says, thanks. Now I got both. Very interesting if they do add more to the playoffs. Yeah, I think 2025, they're supposed to be going to 8 teams, I think. I'm not sure. But sometime, or maybe it's 10. They're expanded soon, either in 2024 or 2025, one of the two. AJ says, just liked and sub, nice stream and Roll Tide. I appreciate it, AJ. Roll Tide, they've been rolling today. We're up to 485. We just need 15 more. 15 more to hit 500 by the end of this stream. We got 425 left to go in this game, so let's get there. 15 more of you guys. That's all we need. So let's get it. Nobody 127 years ago said sub to your channel, bro. Appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it. Also, any of you guys in the chat, if you have a YouTube channel, let me know. And I will be sure to I'll be sure to shout you out and subscribe to you as well and sub back to you. Pokemon Master, by the way, Florida got demolished in the bowl game. Yeah, Oregon State just stomped them. I believe it's 12 teams that it's going to. Okay, yeah, it's like 10, 12, something like that. I think it is 12 now that you say that. That sounds right, which will be a lot of fun. I know everyone would love to see Georgia and Bama again. Yeah, that would be a fun national championship to see Georgia and Bama play. That would be a fun rematch. We got 3:33 left in the fourth quarter here for Alabama, Kansas State. 15 more subscribers to hit our goal. Let's see if we can hit that. We are 15 away from hitting 500. Pokemon Master says, this is my YouTube channel. I do Pokemon vids. I'm still new. I will definitely check you out, Pokemon Master, and subscribe to you as soon as this. Actually, I just do it on my phone. Let me look you up here and give you a sub. We like to support each other in the community here, in our community. Always subbing each other back and stuff here. So, Jeff says, just subscribe. Appreciate it, man. I've enjoyed having you around in the stream today. I've enjoyed having you as Kansas State just got a touchdown. Let's see here. Pokemon Master. Let me find it. Pokemon Master, I'll tell you what. You put your channel link in the chat. Put your channel link in the chat. I'm having a hard time finding you on here. I can't. I looked it up. I couldn't find it. So put your link in the chat for me, and I'll be sure to subscribe to you and get more people in here to subscribe to you too. Amanda says subscribe. I appreciate it. I do. I appreciate all of you guys. Chad says Roll Tide. Roll Tide, man. They've been rolling today. They're just putting the stomping on Kansas State. Let's see if we can get an update on how many subscribers we're at right now. As Pokemon Master just put his link in the chat. Make sure you guys go check him out. Go check him out and subscribe to him. I've pinned his link. Make sure you guys go subscribe to him. He does Pokemon videos over there. Make sure you go subscribe to him and help support another member of our community. We're at 488. We're 12 subs away with 3 minutes to go in this game. We are 12 subs away. Let's see if we can get there. The stream has already surpassed our goal of views and likes. We're at 54. We need 21 more likes and 12 more subs to hit our views. Now down to 11 more subs. Let's keep it going. We're at 89. Let's hit 500 subs and 75 likes on this stream. Hugh says, hopefully TCU and Georgia win today. I think that'd be fun. But I would rather see Georgia, Michigan, or Ohio State, Michigan in the playoff. Hugh said, I just subscribed. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate all the support we've been getting. If TCU beats Michigan, I'll eat my shirt. If you do that, you better put a video of that on your channel. That will definitely be one to watch. So we are at 490 now. We're at 490. We're 10 subs away. 10 subs away. 19 likes away. Let's get there. We got 163 of you currently watching. I know you all have not. Can't all of you be subscribed? So those of you who haven't, let's subscribe and let's hit our goal. Those of you who have, I appreciate all of your support. Appreciate all of you, regardless of whether you subscribed or not, for watching and viewing my content. I hope you all have enjoyed it. I hope you've all enjoyed it today. It's been great. We're going to have even more still to come. Michigan TCU coming next. And then we also have Georgia, Ohio State coming later today. So, yeah, that'll be great. He says, read for a sub. Low. I read it. Hopefully I'll get one. 166 watching, 57 like. This guy produces great content. Hit the like button for him. Appreciate it, Sorgi. Appreciate all the kind words. What's your relation to Chicago Sports Network? Me and him actually went to school together, middle school, and we're really good friends. We live about 5 minutes away from each other, so we're hanging out all the time and stuff. So yeah, we're really good friends, really close friends. I want to see Michigan versus Georgia rematch. Sad Michigan wants revenge on the defending national champ. Yeah. Oh, I said Michigan wants revenge on the defending national champ. I think so. I really think Michigan won't care who they play because they'll get Ohio State, their rival, or they'll get the team that kicked them out last year. So Michigan's in a good spot for getting revenge. Up to 492. We just need 8 more subscribers. 8 more. Let's go. 8 more subscribers. 15 more likes. Let's go. Also, make sure you guys check out Pokemon Master. Check him out and subscribe to him. His channel link is the one pinned. Make sure you go check out Chicago Sports Network as well. Help him out. He's got about 220 people watching in his chat right now. So go check him out. He does some great stuff over there. Go check him out. Also, check him out. You've seen him popping up in here sometimes before. Sorgi Stories. He does some great stuff over there. Help them get to their subscriber mark. To their watch hour mark. They need 4,000 of those. Sorry if it's getting kind of hard to hear me. I'm in a camper. We're camping down at the beach. and it's raining now. AJ says, I have a feeling Ugga will lose today. I know it's going to be close. I think they may end up losing today. Pokemon Master says, I predicted it. That's awesome. Oh yeah, man. This I like how you both said check each other out. That's true YouTuber sportsmanship and friendship. Oh yeah, we've been good friends for about 4 or 5 years now. I used to not have a channel, and I would be on his videos, but now that I've got a channel, we help each other out. We do videos together. Imagine Michigan versus. I know that's what we were talking about. Michigan versus Ohio State would be crazy. For the championship, that would be absolutely insane. Just all the storylines and stuff around that. Pokemon Master says Ugga will win. I hope so. Let's see where we're at. We're at 494. We need 6 more. The game has gone final now. Let's see how many likes we got. We got 62 likes. Chad says, I believe it's going to be Georgia and Michigan in the championship, and Georgia winning it. I think so, yes. I think so. That's what my prediction is. Sorgy says, my prediction, Michigan 34, TCU 30, Georgia 38, Ohio State 27. Predicted for 2 great games, and I hope so. I hope we get 2 great games. Well, guys, I'm going to end this stream. We'll be off for a little bit, but then coming back at you in about 20 minutes, we'll be live again. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. Hit the notification bell and be on the lookout for us, because we will be live from Michigan TCU. And would love to have all of you guys join us back in here for that again. Would love to have all you guys back in here giving us your thoughts and comments. But I appreciate all of you guys. Jeff says, good show. Roll Tide. As a Wolverines fan, I'm really rooting for Michigan winning the Natty. Oh, yeah, man. They got a good shot this year. I think they're a better shot than they did last year. I appreciate all you guys checking me out. I appreciate all the new subscribers. Appreciate all the people watching. And we are going to end this stream, but we will see you guys shortly for TCU and Michigan.